What's up, y'all? This is the We Don't Smoke the Same show. Here by myself today, which is probably the best. Hey, oh, look who's here. Oh, hey, what's up, guy? He just got in from Vegas.
Yeah, bro. Fucking back from Vegas, man.
What's up, E-Zone?
What's up, man? What's up, everybody? It's another episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same show, and we're back here again on another Thursday. I have probably not slept so much.
Me either, bro.
Wow, what did you do?
I went to Vegas with you guys. That shit was fun.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were there the whole time, huh?
Yeah,
Sheiky?
bro, it was fun.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it was good. We went out there for some high and hungry shit, and now we're back here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show, man. I went to so many fucking restaurants, dude. It's like it was so much fucking food, dog.
Just wouldn't stop eating.
I mean, it's not that I wouldn't. It's just it almost was like homework. Like there was some things that I was just like, I'll just take one bite and I'm good.
Yeah.
Cause it's like fuck, man. Like it's like I don't. It made me it made me feel like fuck. How do those people that do competitive eating? How do they fucking last?
It's because they don't eat for a while, bro, or something like that. Or I don't even know how they do it. How do you do it, Ross, dude? Because
you have to train. Like you have to like eat a fuckload of food, like to stretch your stomach, so you can eat all that food first off. Then you have to like do it fast. But yeah, like motherfuckers will like load up on like noodles and like spaghetti and like soups and shit. You just stretch the fuck out of your stomach like every day. Then
spaghetti.
if you're like a fat piece of shit, you don't work out. But if you're like, if you're smart, you'll work out and you'll just be fucking overloaded with like.
I've seen some of those guys that like are pretty like fat and stuff, and it's just like fuck, dude. It's almost like. It's like watching somebody just do body abuse to their body. And then you have like the dudes who like always finish like in the top 3, like the Asian foods.
Or the hot dog eating food.
Yeah, man. I don't understand how you eat so many fucking hot dogs, man. Like, for real, man. Like
They're used to it, bro. They don't even swallow. They do swallow.
They kind of, and they're just downing it with fucking water, bro. They just give them water, buckets of water.
They put the bread in the water so their mouth doesn't get all dry and shit.
Damn, look at this clip. They're fucking. Why would you play this, Ras, dude?
Look at those knees. It's like an asshole in the knees.
That guy was in an eating contest with himself, and he fucking has to be like suspended on.
You said he was in an eating contest himself?
By himself. Like, look what he did to himself. He was having an eating contest with himself, and he outdid himself, and now he's looking like that.
Was that his ball sack?
I don't know, man. Like he has so many roles. Like you don't know where his ball sack is. It's gone. Let me hear what he has to say.
Did you hear what he said?
It's gone.
Look, he's working out though. Whichever.
That's what he calls work. Why didn't he fucking work out before all that happened?
Oh, here, look at this. Yeah, what is that? You see that?
Looks like a ball sack to me.
Fucking, I don't know, Raz, dude. I don't know where you find these fucking clips that you're finding.
I just typed in world's fattest man, and it came up 900 pounds. Paul Mason.
Why isn't he dead?
He consumes 20,000 calories a day. Man, if that guy's still alive, I'm fucking
How did
mad.
Big Pun die and that motherfucker's still alive?
I know, right? Imagine a Big Pun was like, or if like there was some rapper that was that fat that was like he was like bedridden and shit, just like rapping.
That guy
From
should start
home
rapping.
being all fat. I know.
It
he
ain't that
should.
hard right now.
You said it ain't that hard right now?
Nah, it's
They
easy
had
right now to
they had
rap.
they had to bring the microphone to him.
You just make sure you put a price on your wrist. You be like, yo, I got fucking 20,000 on my wrist.
You fucking quit,
That's how you
bro.
start off every verse. I got 40,000 on my wrist. I got 60,000 on my wrist. And I got your bitch on my dick. You always gotta mention those two things.
Nah, bro, you gotta.
How much your fucking watch is worth, and you always gotta make sure you're fucking the other person's bitch.
You gotta do everything for the clout, bro.
That's how it goes. Hell yeah, bro. That shit's good. Shout out to Honey Badgers.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
I was being a smart ass earlier in the chat room, but yeah, shout out to Honey Badgers.
This shit actually hits, right?
Yeah, that shit's good. It does the job. It does more than the job, bro.
I feel like I think this is convenient because it was broken. Like everybody was like, did you just give up the honey badger and stuff like that? And no, I didn't just give it up, but it had broken for a little bit. And when I was in Vegas, apparently those guys live in Vegas or their headquarters in Vegas, so they invited me to the headquarters, and I went there with Ray. This motherfucker did like a pretty much like a fix your iPhone in front of me, took it apart, like gutted it, like showed me what the problem was, installed brand new parts, and then he pretty much pimped my shit. He pimped my shit. My shit is like all wrapped in like this like honey badger like baller shit stuff, and he explained to me the science to it. And I'm gonna do this video on how to use it, you guys. You know, I'm gonna try to make this how to use it video like correctly, because sometimes stoners don't really pay attention or listen, and like you motherfuckers, like very much like myself, would just dip that shit in there and they'll be like, I don't like it because it drops a bunch of shit. There's a method to doing this shit, you know?
Yeah.
He explained it to me very calmly and how it works. And I like this big piece right here because it's an interchangeable perk. It doesn't leak, and I think you could just put it anywhere, bro. You could take it. You could just go ahead and dab anywhere at a restaurant. Oh yeah. Or you could fucking dab at a theme park. You know, by the way, Legoland does not have any security at all, bro. Like whatsoever. I could have walked in there with a fucking torch and a rig.
Security?
I could have walked in there with a torch.
Like no, like they didn't have like metal detectors.
No, bro. Like I could have. If you don't have any fucking like bags with you, you can walk in there like with a little pocket torch and like a little dab rig, and you could be dabbing in the park. Let's do it. It was crazy. I just took my pro pens. I was just walking around with my pro pens and just like kept dabbing.
How was that, bro? How was Legoland?
It's cool, man. You know, like. I mean, like it's cool, like it's artful the way they get down, but it's a fuckload of kids, like, but like not like kids of all ages, like but like mainly like the little ones, because like you know how Disneyland, Disneyland like it varies.
Yeah. It gets stuck with you, Disneyland. I mean Disney.
You got man-childs walking around, and
you want to go whatever age you are.
Yeah, but like Legoland, it's pretty cool. It's creative, and I think more or less like a lot of people that showed it love were like people that kind of have kids, because I got a lot of responses from like parents that maybe have thought about taking their kids there, and like they don't know like how to get down, because there's a lot of stoner parents out there, bro.
Of course, everybody smokes weed now, bro.
Like it's crazy how like a lot of you don't know who's a stoner parent until they finally post a picture of their kid, because they usually post picture of like weed and everything. Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck? You have a kid? I know you for like 6 years. I know every single bong you got, but I don't know you had like a 6-year-old kid. Yeah, bro, like for real. And it was cool. We went with Aaron, bro, and we got him Lego-fied. He
around his head?
He got a portrait. I don't know if this guy who did face painting there found it offensive, but I asked him. I was like, "Hey, can you paint his face all yellow?" like, and then he was like,
"Was the guy Asian?"
No, I don't think was he right? Well, he was white, yeah, and he was like, I don't think we can do Lego found that way." Like, you know, and I was like, why? The characters are yellow? And then he was like, because we just can't paint them all yellow. And I was like, all right. And then when I got him painted, the portrait, I was like, yo, can you like put a little blunt in his hand or a little cigarette? You know, and the dude was like, nah, not at Legoland, bro. Like, I don't think I could do this. A good idea. But yeah, it's kind of cool doing that kind of shit when you're stoned. But
what'd you eat?
I ate. If you gotta go to Legoland and you want an honest review. If you go there hungry, like if you're gonna spend money and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna eat something there. I'm gonna spend money, and if I'm gonna spend money, I'm gonna feed myself pretty good. There's a barbecue spot over the hill in like this like a Renaissance theme kind of Lego area. They fucking have smoked brisket and ribs, and it's not like oh they took it out of like Costco type shit and they just grilled on there. Like the motherfuckers over there cooking it and shit, you know, like he's flipping it, and they give you jalapeno cornbread. It's the works, dog. And that was pretty cool. And then what if you're just going there and you're not really trying to go all out, but you're snacking and you want something that you're gonna remember? They have this thing called caramel. It's apple fries. It's deep fried. It's like they cut apple slices into fries, kind of it. But like, and then they like churrify them, like it's like a churro and a fry slice mixed, and then they give it to you in like this little like case. But the whipped cream that they use is so thick, bro, that like it's almost like ice cream. You just scoop it up, bro, and it stays in texture.
Sounds good. I gotta check out the episode.
That's good, man. I don't know when you're gonna fucking decide to actually start going and joining me on these things. Cause by the way, we've got to.
Yeah, I need to go. You've invited me to like the last couple of them, but I
Yeah,
haven't fucking
dog. I
gone.
invited you to be on the show from the beginning, dog.
Yeah, from the beginning. I mean, yeah.
You could join at any season. I mean, we're going deep at season 2 right now, and it's just developing a lot more. And the comments do get crazy, like especially when I have people in there, man. They start like I don't know what it is, but the Be Real TV crowd is cold, dog.
Well, it always is, bro.
They be going in. But yeah, man. When's the last time you went to a theme park?
Like 2 days ago, I went to Knott's.
Oh shit, you went like you.
Well, I have an annual pass, so like after dinner or whatever, since I don't live too far from there, I'll go like. After
Like, well, how
dinner,
far is Knott's from you? Like 10 minutes?
Like 10 minutes, and we'll go
Oh,
like
damn.
walk off dinner and just exercise for a bit, get on a couple rides.
That's kind of cool. You get fucked up before you go?
Hell yeah, of course.
Hell yeah, man. That's actually pretty
I
cool.
get fucked up before I do everything, bro.
Hey, Emilio, come
After I wake up.
come
after I
on,
take
come
a
on set,
shit.
bro. You said you was gonna come on here and talk some shit with us, bro. Or you got too high, dog.
AyeWey.
Lo regañaron, dog. Don't worry, dog. We don't gotta stay too late today, dog. I know, man. By the way, we do have special guests today. I don't know where Cray's at, but the moment I smell Koolato, I'm pretty sure Cray will be here. Yeah, Cray's gonna be here. He's gonna talk about. He's been working a lot. We've been doing a lot of behind the scenes music. We have an EP coming up, and he's been doing a lot of interviews, like just really kind of like making a shift towards like I don't know, man. When you're an independent artist, you're your own manager, so you have to line everything up for yourself. So like I don't know. I feel like we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of that and just some of the projects we got going on. And then we also have Ayce Nyce, who has been producing and mastering for Too Short and a couple of other West Coast legends that have just been like doing it for years and making them sound that crisp sound. You know, a lot of the tracks you heard that he's been doing it, and he's also making music as well too. And you know, I want to get the input because this is one of those dudes that gave me like this advice one time. I'm gonna go ahead and say it before, and I'm gonna bring it up. He told me, he said, "I'm tired of hearing motherfucking artists talk about there's no money out there. There's no money out there. I'm not performing because they're not paying me and this is and that." And he literally told me, he's like, "You want to know what the magic number to this shit is?" He said, "It's 25. He's like, "You could do this shit with 25 fans." He's like, "You go find yourself a venue that's willing to work with you. You provide the bar, and you charge 25 a ticket, and you give them two drinks per or 2 items per fucking ticket, right?" He's like, if you just have 25 motherfucking people that show up to say, hey, whether it's your fucking friends or like, yeah, I know sometimes as an artist, you're like, I don't want to fucking perform for my friends that I know all my life. You only feel that way because these dudes know a vulnerable side of you. So like, once you get past the fucking, you know, oh, whatever, I don't give a fuck, this is my career and I take it very serious, it turns into a whole nother thing. So like, all you really need is 25 motherfuckers to show up at your show. They pay that $25 ticket, and you do that shit once a month, you're making $1,000 just on your music, bro. Aside from what you're making at the bar, let's just say your merch is dope, you're doing that shit. Like, I know it sounds very simple when you say it like that, but when you break it down and you really start narrowing it down, like, you can rent some venues for very cheap.
Yeah, but I think it always comes down to people actually wanting to do it. Because I have a lot of homies that are artists as well, and they say, "Oh, I want to do this and I want to do that." And I was actually
Easier said than done, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
For the longest time, I said, "Oh, why can't I do this? Like, oh, I want to, like I want to." And then the moment I started doing it, everything's been working out.
I think when you know it's when you say that, bro, it makes me think about, because I spent a whole year just kind of bullshitting and not really want to like not necessarily take it serious, but I was just like, oh, whatever, like I'll do it tomorrow. I got the studio here all the fucking time, so like why am I just gonna go crazy on it? I can do this shit anytime, right? And the moment I was like, you know what, bro, fuck this shit. You're gonna start doing this shit, and I linked up with you. You start noticing the difference, and you realize 2 things as an artist. You realize that you're either cut up for the work, like the work side of it, or you know, you realize that maybe like you need to like make your schedule a little bit stronger and your will a little bit stronger, because it's not easy sacrificing all that shit, bro.
It's not like
It becomes
honestly,
work. Like, what do you think, Sheiky? I think like really dedicating so much time back to back. I think at the end of the day, like rapping is only 20% of it.
I mean, it's what you fucking put into it, bro. We
Could-
could all sit here and say, yeah, we make this, or we're fucking rappers and we do all this, but are you really in there making music?
Because
For
you
there
know,
to be a fucking result. You know what I mean?
yeah, like it's a big ass difference when you start like paying for like all these fucking like things, requirement and permits and making catalogs and shit like that. But like you look at all these artists that are like, we used to be SoundCloud rappers and shit like that, and they're all these like, you know, these clout rappers at the moment. But like these motherfuckers, like they have their shit published. Like their shit is legit. Like they were able to build that fan base just by following the outline that's necessary. So it's like, at the end of the day, the moment you start putting in that work, man, like it's you gotta kind of be self motivating to just keep going at it and keep going at it, even though like it requires so much time, just like any other art. You don't fucking create a fucking portrait like that or a shit like just overnight or just like.
Bro, what I saw when y'all were, I forgot where you were filming High and Hungry, and I was on my way to Caesar's Palace. Like I saw something that I wasn't doing as an artist, putting myself out there. I saw these two dudes who were rappers as well, and they were walking up to everyone like, "Lo, check out my CD, check out my CD here." Like I have all my info, and like the way they were doing it, like they actually got some people like to buy their CD, and I was like, "Wow, these guys are doing it right," you know, like. And it was like
What
a
was different
donation,
about
like,
their approach though? Because like I don't like I've always thought that kind of approach is kind of like me, even as a person. Like if I'm in Venice Beach, it doesn't bother me, but I'm there to like have a good time. So like sometimes I don't really want somebody to try to like Jehovah's Witness me their music down. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like I'm just looking at it from a consumer. The world is cold, bro. You know?
Yeah.
As much as like there's people out there that like the art, there's always gonna be more people that feel the way I just said it. What were they doing that was different?
Well, what I thought was just like he saw me, and right away he said, "Oh, Allen Iverson," and he saw my jersey, you know, and like before he said that, a girl was walking by and he said something that she like related to, kind of thing, where she turned around, she's like, "Oh, like blah blah blah," and then he went into like, "Yeah, you should check out my CD, blah blah blah," like it's whatever donation, you know what I'm saying? Like he went at it like straight, like kind of being friendly at first, not saying like, "Yo, check out my CD."
Yeah, he broke the ice. He didn't come at you as like, "Yo, you like hip hop? You want to check this shit out?" You know, it's like, because that's like the most corniest shit ever, man. It's like, yo, I don't think we're at that era no more in music. Like, people don't really, like, for example, like, we talked about this shit last week. Like, Best Buy don't have no CDs no more, dog. CDs are not popping no more. CDs are a thing of the past, dog.
And that's what he had, but honestly, what made me think of that was like now, since we're all on computers and like iPods and everything, it's like USBs. USBs is just quick. Here, hand it to them. They get in the car, plug it in, and boom, all your tracks are there. You could have another USB connected to it that is all your links to all your social medias.
Is that the new mixtape, Sheiky? Would you consider that? Like, is that the new version of a mixtape? Like, instead of motherfuckers that like, you know, whether you spit in boom bap or you spit in trap, whatever it is, like, has the game changed up so much that like you can't be that dude at the front of the liquor store selling you CDs no more because nobody's popping CDs no more?
I mean, there's always gonna people that do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's still people that collect vinyl. I collect vinyl, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but that's like a certain percentage of motherfuckers, you know? But like if you're trying to grow your fan base, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, the way people go about doing it that way. I personally think it's fucking very, I don't know.
It's brave.
I mean, it's brave, but it's also like fucking very cringeworthy to me. Like you're out here begging people to listen to your shit. I mean, if it's fucking good enough, they're gonna listen to it. Just make sure. I mean.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta give it a chance, bro. Cause it's like there's been so many artists that I remember handing something to and they never listened to it, and then later on they were like, "Yo, bro, I listened to your shit like from so and so," and I'm like, "Oh, so now because I worked with so and so, now you wanna talk to me?" And I was like, "I was coming up to you, you know, beforehand."
I think in regards to like a growing experience, yeah, like if you kind of go through that, like everybody has a door closed to their face, cause like, man, it's like nobody just ever makes some shit and it's just automatically popping. There's so much work that people don't really get to see behind the sidelines. Like, if you make a song and you want the whole fucking West Coast to hear it, for example, you're gonna have to take that promotion dial on fucking Instagram and that clip that you're trying to link everybody to, you're gonna have to max that motherfucker up all the way to the right. And like, I've never maxed that shit up to the right, but when I tested it, that shit was up in the thousands, bro. And if you're an independent artist and you're trying to do it, I get it. Like, you know, you gotta do the guerrilla approaches, the guerrilla approaches and shit. Like, give the people like, you know, mixtapes and shit like that. But like now with the internet, there's like smarter way. There's a lot smarter ways to go about it, man. You know. And
well, I also seen that I have a couple homies that trap beats and the songs that people use. Like, let's say someone was to rap on, let's say, one of my beats. If you're subscribed to his like email things, he constantly is sending you music, and it's like two different links. Like if you're a producer or a rapper, you click on just the instrumentals, but if you want to listen to new music, it's the rappers on his beats.
Yeah, I feel that approach in the more digital world that the music is more acceptable, because that's almost the equivalent of you standing in a very poppin' street and you saying, "Yo, check this out." Except you don't have to witness the person go, I don't want to fuck with this fool. And then they listen to you and they're like, oh, this fool's tight. And then they eat those words. Like, it's compared to somebody gets an email, you get their attention with the headline, and they open it. And whether you're a fucking, like you said, like that dude's smart. Like doing that approach. Whether you're a fucking producer, you click here because obviously people want to go ahead and collaborate or buy beats. Or if you're a rapper and you need beats, you click here. That's pretty genius. See, that's the way the game has changed, and you gotta try these different approaches, man. You can make a lot of shit happen with your laptop, and it's like I think sometimes having an email that somebody checks is more valuable than like you know what I mean, than like you like rushing out and like kind of like doing it the old school way. It's crazy, man. That's why all these kids, like these young ass motherfuckers that spent all their teenage years fucking being behind the computer. That's why they were grow such a big fan base. All they did was spend the time on the computer, figure shit out. Like I cannot believe how big amounts of plays that these motherfuckers get. Like
They buy them.
I mean, some of them do, but it's like, I mean, they don't buy those tickets to the concerts, bro. Like when they have those fucking mosh pits and these dudes are fucking saying like their word by word.
No
chanting
doubt,
this
but
shit.
you're also not getting the amount of fucking plays you're getting online and shit, bro.
Oh yeah,
You're telling me you're getting fucking million of fucking plays, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
you got
like,
a nice little fan base, that's cool, but these fucking numbers are getting fucking ridiculous for some
yeah,
of these
like
kids.
fucking. I think some of the numbers are definitely outrageous. I don't think it's. I think that they should be regulated a lot. There should be a way to qualify that these numbers are validated.
These record labels are doing the same shit. They're buying these fucking views, bro. All these big time artists with almost close to 1 billion fucking views or whatever it plays. That shit's fucking half bought.
Bro, you know what I heard, that they have a room, like let's say with 20. Nah, I don't think 20, but like 10 computers with people sitting on it, and they have the video right there. They click play.
Oh, it's called they're
at
called click farms, bro. You can do that shit. Let me tell you something about that though, man. Even if you're gonna take that approach, technically you are getting different clicks, but that shit's completely illegal as fuck. These places get taken down all the fucking time, and a lot of them happen to be from IPs that are across the whole fucking like on the other side of the world. So it's like, if you're just gonna do it, man, you just gotta just stay consistent and really make the right connections. Like you start collaborating with other motherfuckers that are in, and yeah, it sucks to get fucking a door closed in your face. But hey, if you can't take that, then you shouldn't fucking be in this business.
Yeah, you just gotta put money
Yeah,
into it.
you
'Cause
can
you
and
take it serious, because it's
yep.
like let's say you put 200 up to $1,000. You're like, damn, that's $1,000 into yourself, into
Yep.
your
That
career.
$1,000 you could fucking pay for fucking your top songs that get the most play. You actually own them, publishing. You can go ahead and find avenues to promote your shit, pay for some promotion. You just gotta go ahead and be an innovator about it, man. There's a lot. The internet is your best friend. We're trying to blow that shit up. And also, don't be cheap. Invest in your shit. Like if you got there's engineers out there. Like everybody's trying to be a producer and a rapper now. So like it ain't shit to go find somebody that has the idea on how to use these new plugins. Like go to Music Institute and go see all right, which motherfucker is about to graduate? Let me see if I can work some shit out.
Or if you can't afford it, when I was at the time that I couldn't afford music school, I was going on YouTube and learning all this stuff from the people
That
who were
always
coming
works.
from
For
that
free.
school. Yeah, for free. And then you go into the school, and then the teachers look at you like, oh, how does this kid already know?
Oh,
And
kid
I'm
fucking
like,
advanced. Dude.
yeah, like I just did a little bit of homework. Like I want my music to sound clean, Like that's how it goes.
That is true, man. YouTube can be your best friend with how to do it yourself. I think everybody here has at one point in their life looked at something on YouTube and say how to do it, whether you're gonna change your oil, fucking what were you gonna say, Sheik?
Anything that has to do with your car, pretty much. You could just.
Is that how you looked at like your car? Can you imagine how salty mechanics are about that shit? Like they're like pinches.
For like the
cabrones.
simple shit they used to charge people up to ask for. Now
Yeah,
people
like
can
an oil
just do it
change, bro.
themselves. The oil change or just the simplest shit ever, bro.
Like people are scared to kind of do it themselves because they're afraid. Like the thing is, a lot of people are afraid to fuck things up. I would hate to get my hands dirty on fixing a car and then I make it worse. But when I started looking shit up like
and
that,
like the feeling of you're like, oh, I can't fix it. I must be a fucking dumbass. Like, oh, I'll just take it to a fucking mechanic.
Like, one time I messed up because I saw this Plasti Dip video on your rims.
Yeah.
And I did it with the rims still on my car, dog. And so like my homie pulls up on his bike and he sees me just like spray painting my white rims on my Integra, bro, like all white. He's like, "What are you doing, dog?" And I'm like, "Dog." He's like, "White rims, dog, white rims." And he looks at me. He's like, "Bro, you're supposed to take them off." He's like, "The paint's gonna all drip down and it's gonna dry up all ugly." And so he told everyone in my town, bro, until for like the longest time, like still to this day, they still like call me White Rims. They're like, "White Rims way," and I'm just like, damn,
Rims
bro,
way.
You're like, you busted one of those like that. Have you seen that meme of that fool that was painting his car in Mexico with the fucking roller?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that was you, dog, with your rims,
Low
dog.
key, high key, bro.
Yeah, all this shit you're supposed to learn it yourself, man. Like, there's nothing you can't learn how to do on the internet. It's like endless. You can Google whatever the fuck you want. What's the most craziest shit you learn how to learn to do on YouTube, Sheik?
Craziest shit I learned.
Or
how to
just
do
like
on
the
YouTube.
shit that you're like, you know what? Like me, one time I made this laser that could burn through paper.
That's I've never like really learned to do like crazy shit like that on YouTube, bro. The only thing I looked up is like shit to fix or something like that. Like something I
Yeah,
need
just shit to fix.
But have you failed?
Have I failed? Nah. Every time I've looked it
No?
up on YouTube, I've been pretty good on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, one time, bro, I like opened up an iPhone, bro, and like when it was changing my iPhone screen, it looked simple.
Yeah.
You know, like I've seen girls do it really fast, so I don't know what it was, but I fucked up 2 phones. And the second time I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. Nope. I fucked them up, bro. Like I broke the antenna on it. So I got the screen on and the phone worked, but I like everywhere that was 4 bars, I was getting 1 bar.
Damn, so you fucked up.
Yo.
Damn, straight fucking up. Wow.
So since then I don't like if it ain't for music, I don't really do those like fix it things on YouTube. I just ask someone that knows about it, you know, like
Yeah, you gotta ask sometime, man. Don't ever be afraid to ask, bro. Like, it's okay to not know shit.
Yes, this is very true.
Yeah, like it's okay to like not know shit. Like like if
Not
some
all fucking knowledgeable in all areas of
yeah,
life.
like there's nobody in the fucking world that like kind of has it all figured out. So like if somebody tells you like there's a difference between somebody being confident with it and trying to teach you, and then somebody that's just like I'm an asshole and I know it all. Don't be that guy, because nobody fucking has it all together. You know, you fucking up in some way somehow. Am I lying? Facts.
These are facts.
Yeah, man.
I've got it
Man,
all
I fuck-
together.
What you, man? Fuck you, Raz, dude. I know. Have you finished those tecates, by the way?
No, I'm having one right now.
They've been in there for like a month.
I know, man. I wonder why nobody's drinking them, bro. Like this is like the
'Cause-
one time the beer has lasted the longest here. Like,
Because Sendog and Grego are in here, so like
Does Sandog even drink Tecate?
he'll drink Tecate. He'll drink it.
Tecate. They'll drink
why do you say it like
Tecate.
that, bro? You still like fucking tourist, bro.
Because I'm from an island.
He's from an island.
We pronounce things like that. Like our Spanish is pronounced different. Like it's pronounced like how an American would say it. Because we're fucking American.
Bullshit. You just made that up.
No, that like Guam has its own fucking accent, man. It's like weird. It's like a weird American, like American English mixed with.
What do you guys sound
Some
like,
kinda
Filipinos
native.
and shit?
No, it sounds like American English, but it's like has like a slight fucking accent, like the
He
island.
gets mad. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
It's like, yeah, Raz dude knows how to do these fucking imitations, bro. Like he's. Hey, remember that
'Cause
video
I-
you fucking got at the lady at the donut shop when she was kicking that dude out? She
Yeah,
was like,
I
she
was
was-
kind of scared that day, to be honest. I was like, I'm gonna have to like fight some dude in here, or like, am I gonna run, or like, is she gonna fight him, or is he gonna slap the shit out of her? What's going on? Like,
yeah, bro. That
I
dude-
was as high as fuck, like looking at it, I was like, I'm just gonna pull my phone out.
And you recorded it.
That's just like what people do these
put your
days.
phone out and record it, bro. That's like probably the worst thing you could do, man.
You're real fucking brave, Roz, dude.
Yeah, you're a scumbag, bro. This is like a little short, like what is it, 4 or 5 Korean lady, and there's this dude. Like, no, fuck
I mean,
you,
I told
bitch.
myself like if he like touched her, I'd have to like throw a chair at the guy or something. Like
You like, could you? How far do you think you could throw a chair, Raz, dude?
I just have to pick it up and like
Just
stab
go
him
grab
with.
a fucking
I'd
knife
have to
from
stab
the
him
back,
with a
bro.
chair.
Grab a knife from the kitchen area.
No, yeah, he's right there. I don't have time to go to
Bro.
the kitchen. I gotta grab a chair and stab him
What
with
do you
the
mean?
chair.
Like,
Like
you're in a
that's how I do it.
you're in a restaurant, bro. Like you're in a fucking place.
You
this
can
is a
stab
convenience
someone.
store.
You can stab someone with the legs of the chair. Like you fucking poke their eye out with it. and
No,
shit.
you know how much force? I'm just saying, like out of all the tools you could have used in the
chair.
fucking
Hey, he's gonna be
place,
sharpening the
He's
edge.
gonna-
Hold
he-
on, dog.
like he says, I'm gonna throw a chair. Like you have old school fucking Coca-Cola bottles that you could have broken, stabbed that fool in the neck. You could have
No
easily hopped
bottles.
over.
No,
you,
I'm not gonna do that. That's a good way to fuck yourself. You take a fucking chair and you pick it up with both hands, and you either throw it at the dude or you fucking stab him with the legs, like in the chest or something. You
With the
jam it at him like a bar stool fight type thing. You do that and you kick him in
Who
the
do you?
balls.
I mean, What do you think you're coming in there like fucking Piccolo Pete's and shit, like or the dude from Looney
Like,
Tunes?
no, like Rush Hour 2.
Yeah, like
you
Rush Hour
never-
2. Like what the like I don't know what bro.
You never learned how to like stab someone with a chair?
I mean, listen, I've never
That's like
thought about
one of the
stabbing
best-
somebody with a chair.
That's
One
Bro.
of the best
learned,
ways
like-
to keep someone away from you in a bar
Why
fight.
would that be something somebody would fucking learn to do? Stab someone with a chair.
Well, okay, like back in the day, there's this dude. His name is Boss Rutan, and he's like an MMA fighter, and he made this video of like how to fight in a bar.
Whatever, bro. I'll fuck him up.
No, you will not fuck this guy up. There's no fucking Boss Rutan up. Like
Fuck him
it
up.
just won't happen.
I'll blast that fool.
Here. But yeah, he teaches you how to fucking like fuck people up in a bar with like pull cues and like, like how to, it's pretty awesome.
Boss Gruden?
Boss Rutan.
So he taught you
Rudy.
what, like how to use your peripherals at a bar?
I don't
It's not
know,
that
like,
hard, bro. Like you kind of know where all the weapons are at. Like you can get a big ass knife from the kitchen.
Here,
Break a bottle over somebody's head.
Yeah, like
I think I found it. Fucking yeah, this is Boss Rutan. So he tells you.
After that, dang it, dang it, dang. See what I'm doing? Boom! That's the left elbow right there. I can also deliver. Hang! Headbutt out of nothing. Boom! The right elbow. Bring right straight. Maybe now the headbutt comes. Knee to the face.
Yeah,
And
because
looky,
everybody's
look
so
what we
vulnerable.
got here. Smack his face. Smack his face. Create distance.
Here,
And grab
this is
a
it.
chair. Just slam it into his face. You can stab with it. And while I throw it at him, I will kick him in the groin.
Are you serious,
Boom,
bro?
right straight. Gonna bounce his head on the table 10 times or something. Don't you ever do this. Right away you say, okay,
Wow,
I'm
dude.
sorry. Bang, bang, bang. No, I'm not.
I wouldn't
And he
approach
comes
Raz,
in,
dude.
boom, front kick.
If I was at a bar.
Boom,
Boom.
boom.
try to stab you?
Simultaneously,
Fuck
the
that.
elbow in the head, grab his wrist, grab your own wrist, and bend his arm. I control him, you see? Knee in the head, I can bounce him against the wall, everything I want to do. We grab, but just to make sure, we grab this arm also. Now we're in total control. He tried to kill me, so I gotta return it the favor. I step underneath here, and now I'm controlling him with
You
my
stab
hand,
him.
and I can stab his own knife here in the liver. Stab in the liver. Watch. I'm grabbing the
He said
inside
in the
of his
liver.
hand like this. 1, 2. Support his elbow. I can, of course, kick him in the head. I really want to be, I can put my knee on and break the arm. Never, ever let him take that choke. Because if you're out, God knows what they're going to do with you. He's choking me and he's going to lift me up. Huh? I'm loose. Okay. 1. Kick to the knees. Or maybe a heel to the balls. Heel to the balls. And I can lean forward, and go back with it.
Yeah, that's it right there.
I want to know where and how did you find these videos on like self-defense? Like how old is this shit, bro? Like you really think?
Boss Rutan, I don't know, man. This guy's like, he's like a classic fucking kickboxer from Holland.
Probably, you looked this shit up after somebody beat the shit out of you one day.
No, I forget when it came up. Like me and my friends are
Wait, look.
hanging out.
It
He's
was
like,
one
check
day
this
after
dude out.
school.
Yo, no, homie here says he's that dude's a badass. He knows how to get down.
I low-key want to watch these videos now.
Yeah.
Boss Rutan is like a kickboxer. He would
Oh
fuck.
shit, damn! This was it. All his shit is banned in the UFC, dog. So this is the fool that pretty much like was the one that like taught these fools who fill a ring up with blood, like when the shit was before. And then when they're like, who's teaching everybody this? Like, oh, you can't be here no more, homie.
This dude used to like knock people out without even like punch him in the face. He would like hit you in the fucking liver. Like that's his like thing. He'll go after your liver and he'll knock you out by like kicking you in the fucking stomach, like or in the side, and you'll go down. Like it works every time. Like he has like so many fights where he fucks people up like that.
Hey, so
yeah,
next time
bro.
you see that Razdu's doing this at a bar, bro, just expect that he's gonna go like this, bro, because he's over here doing this fucking little look. Yeah, bro, like fucking Razdu he's really serious about this. What do you think about this, Sheik?
Whatever. I'll fuck Ross dude up.
What
Damn,
about
he said
Boss
whatever.
Rutan?
Not that I want to fuck Ross dude up, but I will fuck him up if I have to.
Nah, I think we need to go to the bar with him, bro, and then we'll find the biggest guy there, and we'll be like, yo, that fool Raz dude, he called you a pussy.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, Ross. We're gonna test him.
Yeah, we're gonna
We're
test
gonna
this
put a
shit.
chair right in front of him to see if he breaks the chair and stabs him.
Yeah, and just in case the dude fucks you up, we'll jump in and help you out.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's do it. Let's go.
That'll for sure get you some top. If you beat some dude up like that, some chick will be like, for
Even
sure.
if you get your ass whooped, bro, chicks dig fucking
Hell yeah.
the victim.
Chicks like facial scars. That's a.
They're like, no,
there's a
stop
study out.
hitting him. In all the fucking fight videos, they're like, stop hitting him.
Oh my God! Stop hitting him. And
Hey,
when it's done, it's like I'm gonna give him top now. Like,
Yeah, look,
fuck
that's
yeah.
how it's gonna
Look what
go.
they passed me, dog. It's like, it shit tastes good too, bro. The homies Lost Boy Farms came through, and they always come by and they roll these big ass hybrids right here, bro.
That shit murdered me last time.
I know, bro. You're the kind of stoner because you're so light skinned. You can tell when you get fucked up because your
Fuck
eyes
you,
turn
bro.
pink, bro. Your eyes turn pink as a motherfucker. I'm like, yo, damn, this was fucked up. You know who else gets fucked up
I'm
like
3% black.
that? She said you're 3% black.
Yes.
Serious.
I know he is. He took his
I want to see the test results.
Yeah, bro.
Can't see him.
Hey, can we create our own version of fucking Mari, but like the weed version? We should do that shit,
How are
bro.
we gonna do that?
We just like call out people on booth. Be like, we got the results here. Be like, the strain that you claim 5-time cannabis award winning tested
It's a good idea.
as booth.
That's a really good idea.
And then we play like a song and then like walk out of here. 'Cause
Nah, you don't even do that. You just drop a pie, we'll hang like a string while a pie drops and hits him in the face.
yeah, bro, you gotta call them out, bro.
And if they do pass, they dance up and down like they just got fucking cleared of a paternity test.
Yeah, they gotta like do that dance and everything. That'd be good, like the weed version of Mari. That'd be great.
Say it again, Mari.
Yeah, Maury. Is it Mari or Maury Puckins?
Mari.
I used to watch that show when I was a kid. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah,
Like,
there's nothing else to watch.
Well, I didn't know
during
what
daytime.
I didn't know what was like. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Like I'm like 11 or some shit watching that.
They're
And it's just
fucking-
confusing.
Did that inspire you to be bad? Like, you know, when you see the little kids, be like, man, fuck you, mom.
Dude, everything that was on that show is just like, man, these people are fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah,
don't know.
that show was a bit too much. Like, if you're younger and you're watching this, you're like, damn, this girl's talking to her mom like that. Man, fuck my mom. She's a bitch. And I see
Dude,
it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen that.
You never seen that shit, bro? When
Maury.
the
Watched
episodes
any
where they
of it?
send the kids to boot camp?
I've never seen that.
What? Dude, those episodes are the best ones, bro. Like, when they take you to fucking Maury and then, like, they take all those kids to boot camp because all those little kids are being badass. They're like, man, fuck shit. And, like, the mom's all crying, like, I just don't know how to stop it,
So
Maury.
it's like Scared Straight on Netflix.
I mean, before Scared
Nah, he
Straight,
would
bro.
always
Oh, there it is. Here it is.
here, let's see.
You'd always have some like buff black dude do it.
This motherfucker has been looking old the same way for like 30 years in a row, bro.
11 years in prison.
he's a fucking
This is what he
reptile.
was like when he was a teen.
Oh, he's bringing Kali Muscle
and
on to
now
come
he is a motivational
scold them.
speaker, the author of Ex-Con to Icon.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Everybody
They always had some
welcome
buff black guy do
Kali
it. Come out and
Muscle.
fucking
Here's
talk shit to
Kali.
all the kids.
Imagine he
Who the
starts.
fuck you think you are? I used to sell crack, motherfucker.
Hold on. They gotta play for you. You want to be
Hey,
a
you
hoe?
should just drop the
Huh?
volume
Do
and
you
just
wanna
have
be a
him
hoe?
like do the voiceover
You,
one
where
time.
you at? You want to be a hoe? Do you? Because they gotta play for you. You know what I'm saying? You
Keep it up,
playing
you gonna
around,
end
you
up
got
buff
parents
like
that
me.
love
Wait, he's
you.
asking them if they
You
wanna be
there
a
are people
hoe?
around the world that wish they had parents that loved them. You understand me? Wish. They wish they was in your position to have a mother.
This isn't
that
hardcore
cared
enough.
for 'em,
I
that's
thought he was gonna
crying
start
for 'em,
slapping
but
him
look
and-
at
Nah,
them.
you need like that
You
drill
gotta have
sergeant
your
motherfucker. Like, I think the Spanish shows take it over the top. Like, when
It's because none of those fucking kids had fathers, bro.
yeah, because none of those kids had fathers.
It's all fucking women up there. None of them had fathers.
That is true, man. Like, I think if you had a dad
They
who
had to
fuck-
take that fucking buff black guy to discipline him like a real father.
but they're not scared of him, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
they were, bro. Well, most of them were.
like the ones I think the ones that take it over. Like, if you watch the Spanish version of this, when they do it in the Spanish shows, like in the Spanish shows, you sign like a waiver. Your parents sign a waiver that like they can like kind of like
He's not gonna slap him or anything.
smack you around
like-
type shit.
That'd be the shit if he smacked the shit out of these kids.
I don't think these see.
They'd go flying.
You know why I don't think these kids are scared, bro? Because they've never had a real ass whooping, bro.
That
Like, I
too.
think if you got
That
a
too.
real ass whooping and you earned it and you got to come in and you're crying to the point where you're like,
but
like when you're like that, bro, like when you're a kid and you're like gasping for air, like, you know, after you get your ass beat, Like, I think that shit
Nah,
kind of
dog,
fixes
but-
you.
But there's kids now, like, have you seen, there's this little clip of this kid where the sister's telling him, like, stop laughing with your mouth open, like, you know what I'm saying, while you're eating, and he just goes, ha, 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 and opens his mouth, like, ruthless, bro, like, he almost died from choking, and he's just doing it again. Yeah, bro, like, they're ruthless. A lot of them really don't care. Like, I feel like they don't value their lives.
I'm
some of
telling you,
them,
bro, kids don't get ass whoopings no more, bro. Like I'm talking about, like, man, when you used to get ass whoopings, bro, like that shit would fucking sit your ass down, bro.
Yep.
Like, I think, like, sometimes, like, your
Like, when you're
parents.
at the grocery store.
I think the ass whoopings.
Wherever.
When you know wherever, but I think the ass whoopings that you got at like in public were just the appetizer to the ass whooping you were gonna get at home. Cause when you got home, dog, that's when, like, the door closes, dog. You're fighting for your life, dog.
Hey, they're fighting on the screen right now.
Yeah, but that's not like no fucking boot camp shit,
That's,
bro.
was
This
that
is just
Jose Luis?
yeah, this is Jose Luis, dude.
Yeah.
Like, my cousin went on this show. They paid him like $100 to sock fools out.
Yeah, I know.
What?
I know. I knew. I went to I went to high school with some fool that went on that show. He was like fucking underage at the time too when he went on.
They didn't care, fool. They're like, they're putazos.
Duro, duro, duro.
Vamos a hacer una pequeña pausa.
Mucha
María, mientras tengamos
ropa,
un poco, vamos a hacer
mucha
una pequeña pausa
ropa.
comercial, porque al igual que tú y que ella,
I
vienen
wonder what
más
this
mujeres
motherfucker's up to
que están
now, bro.
dispuestas
I wish we could interview him. Be like, señor Jose Luis, usted fue la causa.
I wish that he had a show on B-Real TV.
That'd be great. Like, imagine asking him questions. Be like, señor Jose Luis, usted fue responsable por muchos putazos dando en el aire. ¿Qué quiere decir? Like, be like, usted qué se siente tener ese éxito?
Someone comes in and starts whooping your ass, and he's like,
Yeah, like, I have to get down in my show and shit. Like, if somebody runs, I'd be like, fuck, dude, everywhere this guy goes. Hey, but you know what, man? We've been fucking around a lot. I think it's that time we take the first break, and we're going to bring on our first guest. We're going to go ahead and see what Cray's been up to, and then we got Ayce Nyce coming up right after that. And we got to close out by DJ C-Rock. Hey!
Hey.
Yep. And we'll be right back here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show. If you want to make any calls, feel free to go ahead and call up. We'll
Yeah,
say
call
what's
in,
up.
you fucking pussies.
Yeah.
BeReal.tv. BeReal.tv.
All right, we're back here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show, and I want to welcome my first guest. He ain't no stranger to, the gang over here, Extindo Gang Cray, or you just going by Cray now. Let us know, the Cray.
Yeah. So I'm Cray from Extindo Gang, Shout out to my people, Extindo Gang, Smoking these Extendos, man,
Yeah,
Put
man.
that endo in my Extendo. Hello.
That's right, man.
Hello.
That's some. You stay true to that, bro. There hasn't been one time where I haven't seen this fool pull up here
Nah,
or
he always
anywhere.
has that shit on him.
Yeah, like he really always does, bro. Like this is like what he really lives by this shit. Like he'll
He
bust out one of
represents
these.
properly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's people that, say they're about some shit, but, I really live my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm always really about this Extendo shit. I really smoke these Extendos, man.
Are you ever gonna stop smoking Extendos and be like, you know what, I gotta switch it up? Or do you smoke? Do you
Smoke
smoke anything
joints.
else?
Like, I'm gonna keep it all the way G. Like, I definitely do smoke other things, Like, at my crib, I got a bong, I be taking
Yeah.
bong rips. I smoke anything, man, but, like, always on the go, and Extendo is always good. on
Like
the
if you're
go.
rolling up, that's what you're gonna choose, the
Yeah.
Extendo.
Yeah, most definitely. Especially if I'm, like, riding in the studio and shit, it's just the sense of always having to roll a blunt over and over and over again. You just roll one good blunt, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're good for a little while, you know what I mean? You could get a whole party high off of one blunt.
Do
but
this-
How long does that last you?
Yeah.
normally, if you roll like a good Extendo, normally lasts me between like 20 to like 30 minutes.
Really?
Depending on how much I put in. If I like stuff the bitch out, yeah, that shit's like 30 minutes, bro. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Hell yeah. Well, like, do they sell these like already like big ass Extendo, or you have to put two blunts together?
Something like that, man. But we're the originators, so the best way to do it is to just get a Dutch. You smoke swishers, whatever you smoke, whatever you're into. You know what I'm saying? Get that and to stick them both together. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you do it.
Put them
know?
all together.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah, man. So I mean, I seen that you've been staying busy too. I mean, we've been working. We have a project that we have upcoming. Extindo Cray and myself. But I see that you've been doing a lot of interviews, man. Like, is there something that that you got up your sleeve that you're ready to drop? Because like usually when I see motherfuckers start going interview after interview and different things, it's because they're setting the people up for something, man. So
Yeah. So I have a EP I'm dropping at the end of this month. It's called Whoa.
blow.
WOE, which stands for Words of Encouragement. And basically, it's an EP that I'm basically dedicating to my mom that I lost back in 2001. And the basically the song is me in current time writing a letter to myself at the age of 6 before I go through foster care and all this stuff, in my life, telling myself, hey, I'm about to go through all this stuff in my life, but I can't let any of this stuff stop me. I just got to keep going, and I got to stay focused on the grind, stay focused on everything, and to not screw up like my family relationships and all that. And when you listen to the song, I literally go through a timeline of it, so you can follow the timeline. You can see exactly like what I'm talking about.
How many? I mean, that's like some deep shit right there, man.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really know that shit about me, man, but
That's what music is for, though, bro.
Yeah,
Because like
yeah.
that originally, it's like fuck. Like yeah, you can make party songs all the time, but it's like fuck, man. It's like tell a story with your fucking, with your music,
no,
you know.
man, you spitting facts, bro. Like a lot of people, and I ain't discrediting nobody, like the party music, all that shit is cool. It's cool to turn up, but sometimes people just want to listen to something that they can relate to.
Somebody else's experience.
Yeah, and just like like just fucking sipping and fucking and just getting fucked up all the time isn't really something that a lot of people can always constantly relate to. But if you're talking about a real life situation where you went through a hardship and you overcame that hardship and now you're on even a better level, a lot of people can relate to that because a lot of people are going through that and a lot of people are trying to better themselves and get themselves up to the next level. What I'm saying?
Everybody can always relate to a hardship. Like everybody always overcomes an obstacle at some point in their
Absolutely.
life. So, it's always relatable when you like open up about these things. And like as an artist, it's like it's almost just a thing when you open up like about certain things like this, like or even like talk about some deep shit like that. I think sometimes it makes you vulnerable as like an artist. So that's why it's very. It's not that it's a touchy subject, but it's just like fuck. You become vulnerable to your fans because your fans know something about you that you don't really. You don't really talk about like your brand new shoes or some shit like that. Like somebody just been like, hey, check this out. Let me tell you something.
Yeah. It's facts, man. And like when I had wrote that song, I kept it to myself for a little while because I was kind of like on the mode of just making like a lot of different like creative like upbeat type music. And then when I wrote that song, I was like, man, like this song, like I need to do this song a certain way. And I knew it was missing something. So I hit up my homegirl, Rosemary. Shout out to my homegirl, Rosemary, Pearl Pharma. You know what I'm saying? And she came through and she laced up the track. And man, like the track is beautiful. You know what I mean? Like of all the music I've done, like this song in particular is like the most beautiful song that like I've done. To up to date. So. That's why with this, like I had to dedicate the whole project to it. In every single song on that project, it relates to it. So it's like the first song is like born to win, and you're born to win, so you're born to do great. Second song is go get it. So you gotta wake up in the morning, you gotta go get it. You gotta get to your hustle, you gotta get to all that. Next song is get away. So you got to get away from all the stress, get away from all the bullshit, get away from negative people, negativity, and just grind, Fourth one is whoa, goes without saying. Fifth one is fuck a favor, don't take no favors from nobody, you know what I'm saying, and just do it on your own, you know what I'm saying, get it on your own. That's really the best way to do it, you know what I'm saying.
You gotta do it yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck you, E-Zone. I'm going to go by myself.
You know what I'm saying? And then the last track is Pocket, you know what I'm saying? Like you can feel like $1 million, you know what I'm saying, as long as you got $1 in your pocket, you know what I'm saying? You're good to go. So that's how the whole project is, it's just all like on some.
So it's 8 tracks?
Shit. It's 6 tracks. 6
And
tracks.
where are you gonna drop it at?
I'm gonna drop it on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer. I'm gonna drop it on all the major platforms. What I am gonna do though is I am gonna drop a mixtape version ish of it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop that probably like at the end of the year, and I'm gonna just get a couple songs from like my older stuff, some of the newer stuff, and I might even take off like a track or two off of our project and just throw it all on the mixtape, you know. So it's like a whole compilation of like just dope tracks and just something different, you know.
So you have a date. What was the date that you're gonna release it?
I'm gonna release it July 27th.
July 27th.
Yes.
So it's gonna be up on all major platforms like iTunes and Tidal and all stuff. And
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
hey man, that's tight, man. You've been working, man, and you know, like that's after you keep working and working, you keep knocking on that door. Sooner or later, it's gonna you gonna open that motherfucker, and it's good, man. See, progression is always a good thing, whether it's like a little step or a big step, you know, and that's dope. Like when you put out an album, you know, it's a lot of hard work, you know, like especially when you want
A
this
lot
shit
of
to
people
sound,
don't know that, man. They don't really know how hard it is.
They really don't. Like, especially this quality. It's like, listen, like making music is like getting a tattoo sometimes. Like, you want to go ahead and pay like the artist that's gonna fucking, you know, like the engineer that's gonna record you for fucking $10 an hour or like an eighth of weed, and you know you're gonna sound like that eighth of weed. I was like, but if you're gonna pay for quality money and all this shit and really, you know, like pay your top dollar because you want to sound fucking, you know, fucking prestige and shit, you know.
You just gotta boss up and put your money up to what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like you can try to finesse your way through some shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, if you really want
you can't finesse your way through life.
The best shit, you gotta pay for it, bro. You gotta put your money where your mouth is, dog. Like that's bottom line. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I mean, everybody's afraid to fucking you know, fail and shit, especially when it comes to investing in your dreams. But hey, it's just failing like in everything else. Like you failed a couple times when you rode a bike. You failed a couple times when you fucking played your sports. All that shit. You just gotta keep fucking going at that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Failure's kind of like a part of it. Failure makes you appreciate it when you make it. You know?
Yeah.
Like failure's like, damn, remember, fuck, dude, I was over here tripping. Like that shit's it's cool now. You know?
Like failure to me is, you know, it's only failure if you don't learn the lesson. You know what I'm saying? And
like
if you repeat it, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean if like you just don't learn the lesson though? Like you just like
so like let's say if you're like, all right, I'm gonna try something different. Like I'm gonna invest my money into like a certain company that you kind of have your interests on. And let's say you invest it and that company that you invested doesn't really go through. You know, you can't be like, oh, well, you know, because that one company didn't go through, fuck investing money. I'm never going to invest money ever again, you know? Or you can learn the lesson and be like, all right, well, you know what? Maybe I need to actually look into it some more.
And be
get
smarter.
some more. Yeah, exactly. Like, be faster, think sharper. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really what it is. So at the end of the day, it's either a lesson or, you know, it's failure. You know, that's how I see it at least.
Yeah, that's a good way to see it, man. I mean, do you have any shows that are coming up now with the album drop, or any music videos that are coming along with it?
Yeah. So I just dropped a video 2 days ago. It's called Indoor, produced by my boy Ayce Nyce. Ayce Nyce in the building.
Coming up next.
Yeah. And actually, you know, me and Ayce Nyce on my new project that I'm getting ready to drop, he produced 4 of the records on there, and he's on one of the hooks on like one of the last songs too. So. And basically, let's see what else I got coming up. Oh, I got another interview on Monday with the B-Side Show. You know, so shout out to B-Side Show out in Covina. And then there's just a couple like little sessions I'm gonna pop up at and just kind of drop some music there. That's about it.
A video for every song?
You know, at first I wasn't, but I'm already like 4 videos in, you know, so I'm like, fuck it, I might as well.
It's just 2 more.
Yeah, it really is just 2 more, and it's nothing, so might as well just knock those 2 out, you know.
What are your expectations to like after dropping this, like, you know, and like, I mean, yeah, you know, you're gonna have people that are gonna feel it, obviously, and stuff like that, but like, what do you want after this drop? Like, do you want to get on tour? Like, do you want to like, are you gonna be working on merch? Are you gonna just automatically start working on a new album? Like, what's next after this?
So I'm gonna be dropping merch. Next, yeah, well, actually, and then we're probably gonna be dropping like a single or something off of our shit pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. We do have a EP together.
Yeah. And then I'm already almost done with That Shit Cray Volume 2. You know, that's coming out in
So,
October.
so these are like 3 projects that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Almost. You're talking about your album. It's like in July, and then you talk about like it.
Yeah, I got a lot of different things I'm working on.
Man,
a lot.
that's
you
dope,
know?
man. When you're putting that much work, man, you could. I mean, I know you're gonna be getting them shows lined up, and that's pretty much where it's at, man. Like that's where you really kind of like see like who really shows out to your shows and fucks
Yeah.
with you, you know, and like you really connect with your fans. I think that's when you really make the ultimate connection, because like anybody could comment some nice shit, you know, on the internet and shit on it, but like when motherfuckers show up and they like start supporting your shit live in the actual place,
exactly.
it's a whole different meaning, you know.
Yeah, and it's just like when people listen to my music, like I want you to listen to my music and I want you to feel like I want you to feel stronger. I want you to have any doubt that you have in yourself and you listen to my shit, like I don't want you to have that doubt in yourself anymore. Like I want you to be like, damn, you know what? Like I could do this shit.
Yeah, motivated.
You know
and
what?
shit.
Like if Cray went through foster care, you know what I'm saying, moved to 5 different, you know, group homes in 5 years, you know, went through all that, went homeless after getting out the military, you know, a veteran, went homeless, went through all that and still overcame all that and still came who I am today, then you can do it too.
That's
You know what
right,
I'm saying?
man. That's
Like, anyone can do it.
oh yeah, man. So I mean, I mean, a lot of people you expect to get a lot of people uplifted with this, man. I definitely, you know, congratulate you on a lot of the work that you've been putting in. I definitely know that you got a lot of hard work ethic on a time schedule all the time. Same way as like kind of like the way I be running here, because like you come in here, you knock it out, and you're back to doing something else. Now, aside from music, and you know, you could to let them know where they can find you on Instagram as well before we get onto the other thing.
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram at EXG_Cray, CRAY, as in that shit Cray. Same thing with my Twitter, on YouTube. Same thing, EXG Cray. You can literally type in EXG Cray on YouTube, and all my videos, everything will pop up. You know, it's simple.
That's right. That's what
Simple as
happens.
possible.
That's what happens when you own your shit. It all goes to the right outlets, man. You have control over all that shit. Now, aside from that, man, I know that you. I don't know. Are you still working on that whole finding your own strength, or like are you still strength hunting?
Yeah. So actually, it's a good thing you brought that up. So actually, me and my boys Gasco. You know what I'm saying? Actually, we're smoking on some Yuck Mouse Koolato right now. Shout out
I
to
fucking knew he was gonna say it, bro. I knew he was gonna fucking say it, bro.
man, you know, we always be smoking that fire, man. You know that, man. So,
Yo, like I swear, like if Cray should make a jersey and in the back it should say Koolato, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. You know I put on for Koolato, man. Like, you was actually the first person in B-Roll TV to ever have the Koolato, bro.
Yeah, that is true. You gave it to me right before. I remember this, bro. I showed up and I was like, look, B-Real, I got this shit, right? And then the next day, this motherfucker has them pull up and they give him a half a pound for free, bro. Like, he didn't even want to compliment it and be like, he's like, oh, it's cool. And
He
then
was
the next
probably
day,
like,
he just
oh,
shows out with like a coffee pot of the shit. I was like, damn, bro.
Damn. He was like, oh, okay, that looks cool, E-Zone. That looks cool for sure. You said
Yeah,
Gasco?
then he
You said
got-
Gasco? Oh, yeah.
He got on his phone real quick and shit. I was like, damn, man. Hey, but you know, shout out to him. He gave me some of that weed, though.
Yeah, man.
did.
You know, so shout out to my people, Gasco, TVSB, you know what I'm saying? So I actually got a strain with them, and it's called the Strickland Propane. So if you guys ever seen the show Hank Hill, not Hank Hill, King of the Hill, there's a guy on there, his name's Hank Hill, and he works at a spot called Strickland Propane, you know, and he sells, you know, propane, he sells gas. So that goes to my track, Hank Hill, featuring my boy E-Zone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, you know, that's how we came up with that strain, and it's the San Fernando Valley cross
You know-
with the Koolato.
San Fernando Valley and Koolato, so that's the Strickland Propane. We're going to take one phone call before we get off air. We don't smoke the same show. Who's this? Are they still on there?
Yeah.
We don't smoke the same show. Who's this?
We don't smoke the
Hello,
same. What's
you're
going
on.
Hey, stupid.
I think he high. I think he's lit.
Hang up on this fool, dog. They don't know how to work a phone or something. I don't know. So
Yeah. No.
I wish we had the Mencia ad lib.
Should we call them back?
Yeah, you call him back, bro. Call him back.
Come back.
Yeah, call him back. Be like, hello. Why you calling my show, bro?
in the back. That's just funny.
They could be like, hey,
Hello.
hey,
Hey.
You call
What up?
what's going on, man?
This the Fuck Your Mother show?
Yeah, you're on the show. We called you back, bro.
This
'cause
isn't the fuck your mother show. This is we don't smoke the same.
Oh, it ain't?
Who is this?
What's up?
Yeah.
Who is
How you motherfuckers doing?
What his name's Stewie?
What's your name? This is Ross, dude.
Who are you?
Aaron, man.
Aaron?
Turf sauce. Aaron, yeah.
So,
Watching you motherfuckers.
oh, it's Turb Sauce.
Oh, turf
it's
sauce.
OG Aaron.
What are you smoking?
Yeah, what's
turf
up,
sauce?
Deli?
What you smoking on?
He sounds high as fuck.
He does.
He's leaning.
Nah, just lounging. Just lounging for sure.
It's lounging
Sipping
on lean.
sugar cane, alcohol, or whatever it's called. Word.
He's
Watching you motherfuckers.
he says sugar cane alcohol.
Yo, the real question is where the drink at though? Y'all motherfuckers have that table empty.
Hey, bro, like I just drank 2 bottles of Hennessy over the weekend, bro. I can't keep going like that. I have to consider my liver, bro.
Oh, so did I. Drink water.
Damn.
Damn.
Fine, I will drink water, man. I will get some water up here, bro.
Hey,
just
but you
drank
know
a
what? I
beer.
appreciate you telling me to hydrate, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it is hot, and the nigga ain't trying to pass out a heat
Word.
stroke. You know what I'm saying? So, hello.
Yeah. Saying you need to balance them pHs and shit.
What he say?
Yeah.
Balance your pHs. You understand?
Yeah.
Me
pHs.
no understand.
P Aces.
Yeah. All right, yo, whatever.
Yeah,
Just
man.
letting
All
y'all
right.
know I'm watching it.
Thanks for calling, man. We'll drink some water, man. All right, man. Peace out.
Shout out Turf Sauce.
Yeah.
Fucking turf sauce, man. All right. Well, you know what, man? We're gonna hold off on the calls. We got the next interview coming up. So stay tuned here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show. We'll be right back with Ayce Nyce coming up next.
Ayce Nyce in the building.
Here on the We Don't Smoke the Same
Yeah,
show, and
yeah.
I want to give a big round of applause to our special guest and our last guest, Extindo Gang Cray, and welcome new guest Ayce Nyce in here, cause man, this guy is an artistic dude as well too, man. How you feeling, Sheiky, right now, man? You high yet? You taking a dab? You need a dab, Sheiky?
Oh, me?
Yeah, I said. I wanted to check in. I wanted before we get into the interview, I wanted to go ahead and offer you a dab because we got to be on the same level.
Thank you,
see
bro.
you've
I
been a little bit
appreciate
too
you.
quiet. But yeah, man, how you feeling, Ace?
Yeah, I'm feeling well.
You're a busy dude, man. The last time I linked up with you, let me tell you, it's a story behind it. So I linked up with you with what is it? I did a song with Young Watts, right? Yep.
Okay.
I mean, he has like 3 fucking names. Was the most fashionable nigga everywhere in the world. Like,
Yep.
I'm like, yo, bro, like, I'm like, yo, he's like 5 names. But like, I did a song with him, and I met with you in the studio in the Valley with Crime City Films, and we were out, shout out to him. I got a video that me and Sheiky got a video he shot, and it was like a studio, like a real professional studio, man. And like, man, I just saw a lot of people at work. And I just seen you get down. I was like, yo, this dude's really about the business. He was like, yo, just keep it moving. Keep this shit moving. Keep this shit moving. Like, you was just finishing a session. And I met you on some engineer shit. And then little did I know you're an artist too, bro. So you
Artist as well.
you get down. And then like recently or like, I don't know, this is new to me. But like I also heard you're producing your film company. You got your own film company now, bro?
Yeah, I just started my own film company. So you need music videos out there for all y'all artists. You know what I mean?
You're like a one-stop shop, bro. Like this is kind of like
Producer.
yeah, this is kind of like yo. So I was in Vegas filming this High and Hungry show, and there's this place that I went to. It's called Chiba Hut, right? And in that complex, like that place caters to stoners. All their menu is named by weed. It's good sandwiches. But in that complex, they have a recommendation place, the doctor's office. They have a dispensary, and they have a smoke shop, and the place called Chiba Hut. You're like that, but in the rap game, bro. Like you're like, oh, you need me to record the track? For sure, I got it. You need me to engineer and master it? Cool, I can do that too. You want me featured on it? I'll get on it too. And
Get it.
and like, what about the video? You got that covered? Cause like I got my own
that
company
cover in
too.
4K, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, how? Is that what's up? Is that what that runs, man? Like, if somebody wants to work like that, what is? See, cause you can get it from all angles, bro. People can fuck with you on the music and be like, man, I want you on the verse, and then just do the video. what does like a combo like that run, bro?
Really, I gotta like really want to work with you. Be just like off top. Like I just don't work with anybody no more. So, cause I built up my resume so
You got to make yourself exclusive, man.
Gotta be that way.
That's kind of how it's supposed to be, man. It's like, look, man, trust, man. It's like people see Sheik or myself recording in like fucking B Real studio, and like everybody all of a sudden wants to collab and shit. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden everybody wants to fucking get on this track and shit. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, you gotta be kind of a little bit exclusive because like you gotta remember what it was like when you didn't have it like that.
exactly. Y'all smoking?
Yeah, man, we taking dabs. By the way, you're like, he's the one dude that like is engineering that like he ain't gonna be like, yo, roll up a backwood. He told me he's like, I only smoke joints, bro.
Only smoke papers. Only smoke papers.
Yo.
Raws papers only.
He's
I definitely need to hire you for a session, and me and you will fucking smoke joints all
Let's get
fucking
it.
day.
yeah. He
get
every
it.
time we do the session, he fucking be like, he's like, man, don't pass me that shit. I don't want to hit no blood.
Don't get me wrong. I come from the blunts, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. But I just, you know, what I mean, I went over to the raws and everything.
Yeah.
Only indica, you know what I mean. We just
You be dabbing too or what?
not really. We stopped dabbing, but at the
stopped?
end, I stopped, man.
Damn.
That
It was
shit-
getting too much for you or what?
yeah, like well, from being like I'm a producer of like Extindo Gang and shit. So
Hey.
we dabbing like from 2011 on tour with Too Short until like 2013 nonstop.
Damn.
Every day, nonstop, every day, all day.
That's kind of like how we just do it. Except we just didn't stop. Like we just kind of like we just kind of keep going. Like
Dabbing, I kind of left that on. I just smoke all day. That's it.
I mean, for 2 years though, you kind of got like to experience all of it. But I mean, the game has evolved as well too since like it's been that long. By the way, you mentioned Too Short, man. Like you have a resume that's built up, man. You're like, you're known to be Too Short's producer and engineer, man. Like you haven't just been doing that for like just a little bit. Like you have, how long you been producing for, bro?
I think it's going on 7 years now.
Damn. What are some of the songs that people don't like? I bet you people wouldn't even know that you produced, bro, right, for Too Short.
Yeah, a lot of our stuff is like really coming out now, but I did like the EP 19,999.
Okay.
So the Booty Trick song that we went on tour with Extendo and everything, I did that whole thing with the remix with T-Fly. You know what I mean? So we got a pretty decent amount of tracks on that thing.
Damn.
And the Latina Love with VT, my homie VT.
Damn, man, that's when this man says he has a resume, like he can drop like projects he's been working on, man. Like, and it's like, all right, so you've been producing and doing that like for working with him in Too Short for like 7 years. Do you have any projects that you have with him that like that's not yet to come out? Because how long have you been an artist, bro? Like behind the mic.
Behind the mic, I've been an artist for like 3 years, going on 3 years now.
3 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 years. Like out of those 3 years, do you have this secret tape that you of some shit with Too Short that you're like, oh, we just never released that?
Well, he got something that I produced on. It's with the Pimp tape. It's about to come out. That's like
The
one
Pimp
of his,
tape?
Yeah, that's one of his last albums. So
That definitely sounds like something he would like. I feel like if Too Short was a wrestler, like he hold the Pimp title or some shit. Like he would be that wrestler. Be like, yeah, tonight for the Pimp title. Like he would be like, yeah, I named that shit. Hey, he dabs too?
Nah, Too Short.
Nah.
Don't die.
Yeah, man. That's how I was when I found out Snoop Dogg didn't dab, bro.
OG.
They gave him a little dab, bro, and I was like, man. But then B Real was like, yo.
He smokes though. He smokes.
Yeah,
all day.
he was like, you gotta understand. But then when somebody tells you gotta understand, it's like, yeah, you kind of have to. It's like, like he breaks it down, man. So 3 years, man. How many tapes have you produced, or do you have a tape that like where you're working in right now, or what do you have that's coming up as an artist? Because I mean, I imagine you stay busy as a producer / engineer like all year round, but like as an artist, what do you have coming up, or whatever you?
Well, I just dropped a little tape on iTunes and everywhere else called
Okay.
Half-Hearted.
Half-Hearted.
It got Too Short on there with the Isabella song. We got the LA song on there. We got a lot of features on there. Rain Bridges and everything. And a lot of people. And then I got another EP that's coming out. It's an Instagram EP.
Instagram EP.
Yeah, it's reason why I did an Instagram EP.
Like, explain that. Like, is it gonna be available on Instagram only, or?
Nah, it's gonna first come out on Instagram only, right? And then reason why I did an Instagram EP because for one, how long do you get on Instagram for a video? on your regular post,
Like a minute?
1 minute, right?
Yeah.
So I basically did a 1 minute, 4 1 minute videos on each song, and they just only 1 minute each, basically. And I'm gonna throw that on
That's dope.
iTunes and everywhere else, but it's gonna come out exclusively on Instagram first with all videos.
Dope idea.
And
That's-
then we gonna push it that way, and then iTunes and everywhere else is gonna have it. And then, but every song is 1 minute. But don't get me wrong, a couple of them is like 2 something, just because I couldn't.
Yeah. I mean, but like, but the songs, some of them are longer, like you just said right now.
Yeah, some of them are long.
Okay,
too.
but that's pretty. That's a
But
dope
I tried
concept,
to do
man.
1 minute. I tried to just do 1 minute song.
That's some original shit right there, bro. Because like a lot of people and a lot of these artists, like sometimes your Instagram is kind of like your biggest following. Like that's where you have like your biggest following in a sense where like that's where people like look at you the most. Like some people, that's where like you have 100,000 followers on Instagram, but you don't have 100,000 followers on SoundCloud or iTunes. You know, so it's like you got to use that to your advantage sometimes, man.
Yep. I'm just trying to give the fans what they want. You know what I mean? They want to see some shit on Instagram. I'm not no troller, so that's my way of trolling.
That's your way of troll. That's right, man. That's you gotta troll them right, man. So
Exactly.
that's the art. When is that? When's the date? Is that coming out again?
Actually, it's gonna come out sometime this month. Y'all gotta look at the Instagram to find out.
What's the Instagram at?
It's just spontaneous, huh?
Spontaneous.
It's just it'll pop up
I
whenever.
can do it tonight.
Damn! Oh shit! Damn! Motherfuckers
Pro
are listening.
premiere.
Yeah, for real. That's kind of like the beauty of like just being independent, bro. You don't know what to do, man. Like, you know, it's like if you got your real fans that fuck with you, they're gonna carry your music whenever time that you drop it. You know, like it'll get around. Like
Everything.
yeah,
So,
like it'll get around. If you got people that really love you there and they fuck with you, they're gonna be there. Like
Yep.
sometimes they're not there right away. You know what I mean? They're not there right away, but they're there. Yeah, man.
everything.
What about the film company, man? Like how long you been doing the filming thing? So you have 7 years producing for like Too Short and other big artists as well. Because I mean, but that's just like you're more like you're really like dope relationship and like back and forth.
Yep.
Kind of like would you say he's kind of like a mentor in a sense?
Yeah, definitely a mentor.
Yeah, so that's dope having like a mentor like that for like 7 years and just working with him and just even getting on tracks with him, and then you doing the artist thing for 3 years, getting behind the mic. And how long have you been doing the film company for? And what made you start this?
Well, I always been a little bit into film a little bit, like in high school and shit. So I just basically wanted to use those tools because I'm about to do my own movie coming out, like probably like in 2 years. So
Damn,
I'm
it's,
looking
you
for a
know, like
script.
some masterpiece shit right here, man.
Yeah, you
know
got
what
to.
I'm
You got to do everything.
Go for it.
So what I basically did to get my feet wet, I basically started a film company this year to start just doing all music videos, but like really
Yeah.
filming this shit. So I put $10,000 into the film equipment. And
Damn.
then basically, I took that, and then we basically gonna shoot everything, edit everything. You know what I mean? And then after that, I want to basically shoot a movie after that, basically.
Damn, have you started writing the movie?
I didn't write it yet. I'm looking for a script right now.
Damn.
I'm
Oh,
willing
so
to
you
buy.
you're
sure.
trying to produce a movie.
I'm really trying to buy a script right now.
Damn, and that's
I already got the
You
concept
really
for the
about
movie,
it.
for sure.
damn, man. That is. See, man, this is like you're balancing like 3 different lives right here, man. And it's crazy, and it's like you just smooth with
But
the
it's
shit.
all into one.
Yeah,
you
it's
know
all
what I mean?
intertwined.
Everything to one. It's all about my life. The music is about my life. It's about some, you know what I mean? You get everything. You get singing. I sing on my stuff. I rap on my stuff. I do all my beats. So, you know what I mean? I do work with other producers. I'm not just, you know what I mean, working by myself.
Damn, man. What's that? What's next, bro? You gonna do the Tony Montana thing and start like Ayce Nyce real estate? like he's gonna just moving on and shit, man. Like it's like, man, like you just gonna keep out doing it, man, and that's dope, man. Like what's the hardest challenge? Like just having to balance all these 3 things out, like.
So far, nothing been really hard. The hardest thing for me is really, I would say, being an artist, really. It's probably the hardest. But I feel like I just made that easier.
You just adapt with it, and it goes smooth.
Yeah, like as far as marketing is concerned, because I do my own marketing as far as an artist. So doing all the marketing and everything, you got to figure that shit out when you're an independent artist. But at the end of the day, when you do figure it out, it becomes easier and easier and easier.
What would you say is the best part about doing all these 3 things?
Being my own boss.
Damn, that's right. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. You can't argue with that, man. Like, get your own. You manage yourself. You only go as far as you want to take yourself. You know, I was talking about this conversation I had with you, like when I first met you, and you were talking about, man, I'm so tired of artists, you know, like, talking about like, man, like I'm a good rapper, like I can make music, but you know, it's hard out there and shit. Like, you know, and like you just pretty much started talking about every excuse out there, and he's like, let me break it down to you and show you how easy it is. I think the viewers out there that like have ever thought about going into music or saying, yeah, I do my music thing, like you guys need to take notes because this conversation, this concept that he told me just made it like, whoa, shit. It's not that hard.
That conversation was just like, at that time, I had a lot of people coming up to me, asking me for breaks and everything, and I'm like, I'll be sure to show you, but I don't think you want to know, and I don't think you want to like really do what I'm about to tell you right now because like it's easier said than done, but it's that simple as like I was just telling you, like with really just 100 or 200 fans, you could really like make $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and people don't understand how to monetize that. They always want to think big and this and that and this and this.
I mean, even with 25, you can make a rack.
Everything.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's multiple ways of making that money and everything. So you got streaming out there. You have even gone vinyl. Did you know that like even vinyls? I think it's 100 fans of vinyls out there to 200 fans vinyls, and I just heard that cassette tapes just went like platinum or some stuff. They just had the most sales last year.
People are going crazy for vinyl and cassettes right now.
On everything. So
Man.
it's more
You make
like
good
a
money
gift.
on that for sure.
I see it like it's more like a gift. Like it's like Mickey Mouse. How they could do a cassette today, I guarantee you'll sell out.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So why you don't do that for your own artistry? It's just that it's not in for most people. So you gotta understand that's money right there. You could charge $20. You can make your own price. It's more of the support of the music and how you're getting it and how you're doing everything. So at the end of the day, it's not no excuses. It's just lanes.
Yep, it's just putting in the work and filling in the blanks.
But most people don't know how to do that, and they looking at Instagram too much. So that's why I'm giving you a whole album on Instagram. You know,
Damn, that's
Word up.
Yeah, straight up, man. That's some real shit right here, man. He's telling y'all some real fucking shit right there, man. Like a lot of people they want to be up there and have the limelight and be the next artist that's gonna get blown up, but they don't want to put in the hard work.
This guy has a plan right here. This guy has a plan and he's putting it to work.
Yeah, man. I'm just dude. This guy is like, I feel like when he's finishing doing something at the present moment, like another part of his brain is like outlining like the next 5 hours and shit.
Try to.
Yeah, I was just like, man, this is like just stays busy and shit. Goes into one car from another car to another car. And it's like I'm here in and out. I'm like,
It's
what?
all about consistency.
I'm like, you don't sleep, huh?
No,
He's like,
well, the dope thing about it, I ain't gonna even lie to you. When I used to work a regular job, I feel like I didn't get no sleep ever. I feel like I never like really got my full rest. And then when I haven't been out of a regular job since 2007, so like I haven't been working a regular damn job since 2007. So it's like I've been sleeping when I want to and how I want to, and I feel like real well rested every single time. But I only probably sleep at night for like 3 to 4 hours, but I still take naps here and there just because I can afford to.
damn, sleeping whenever the fuck you want to is like people take that shit for granted. That's a luxury, man.
It's really
Yeah, it really
peace of mind.
is.
It's a peace of mind.
Yeah, like sometimes going to sleep when you're like just really like tired and just affording to just be like, you know what, fuck it. Like I'm not like it's like I don't need to stay into the studio here tonight. Like I want to record, but I'll just do that shit tomorrow. You know why? Because I'm tired. You know what I mean? It's like I'm just gonna go ahead and take a nap and get some rest. Like because there's no pressure. I'm not clocking in for like 12-hour shifts. You know.
Most people invest into cars, chains, and all that shit. I'll just invest into my lifestyle. You know what I mean? And then I feel like the cars and the chain is gonna come like probably after you start grinding more and more. Cause I seen it like a Jay-Z quote, some out there. He was like, when he got signed, that was like the start. He was like, I didn't go celebrate. He was like, I just felt like I was just now getting started. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's where I'm at right now. It's like new. So just being as a producer, I've been around, you know, Crazy, your favorite artist, Young Thug. I've been around Too Short, E40. I've been around all of them, Snoop, everybody. And most of them got records. I got records with. You know what I mean? So
Damn, you can't be mad at that, man. That's what hard work takes you, bro.
But, you know what I mean? You still got to grind. I'm still grinding out there on the streets right now as we speak.
I mean, fuck, you're over here like 3 companies, bro. You're making movies now, dog.
You have to. You know what I mean? If I don't tell the story, nobody will.
You gotta treat your grind like you treat your Instagram. You know how people be like, oh my god, I haven't posted in 4 days.
Oh, everything.
Yeah, like be like, I haven't posted every day. Be like, have you fucking worked for fucking 4 days, dude? Like,
Work for 4 days first.
yeah, like treat
Then
that
post.
shit. Be like, oh my god, I haven't made a check in 4 days. Like, yeah, don't fucking post shit, motherfucker.
Hey, but y'all artists, like, I feel like artists now, they need to get on that streaming shit for sure, though. 'Cause I've been getting checks from that shit like crazy, like, you know what I mean?
Streaming.
Bro, every month they come like clockwork. I feel like it's like a job now. You know what I mean? Just Apple Music's sending little checks. Like, don't get me wrong, my checks is only like $200 or $300 a month, but hey, it's a start.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
like
I mean,
20. I think that's like 17,000 streams a month right now.
and I mean, if that's what you're getting, like, let's just say right now, bro. Like, obviously you're getting motivated to make that check until like, let me get, because like, you're like, fuck, maybe this collaboration with this artist is getting me all these streams on like iTunes, but I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and like work with somebody bigger so I can get double the amount of plays.
Yep.
Because just that feature that you do with somebody can fucking get you all those streams, and then people listen to your other shit. They want to know who the fuck you are and all this shit. And then when you have your shit licensed and you own your shit, you publish it,
Ownership.
ain't nobody else gonna fucking like tax you for it. I mean, unless you're like with a distribution company. But at the end of the day, what the fuck is like 5% to somebody that helped you get your shit together?
Ain't shit.
Yeah, it ain't shit when like, you know, like 5% out of $300 might be a lot when you're taking that chunk, you know, and that's when you're relying on that. But out of 20,000, a little 5% ain't shit because you got the rest of it to play with, you know.
Everything.
Yeah, man, that's the one thing. What's the best piece of advice you could give artists? Or like, I mean, you have an experience with 3 different fields, bro. So if you're out there and you're trying to be an engineer, producer, master records, or if you're trying to be an artist, you know, get behind a mic, or if you're trying to go ahead and make films or even music videos, what's the best advice you could give them people out there, man?
Really, if I was an artist and you asked me what was the first thing you should do when you about to start doing anything, I think you should have your own studio. Invest into your own studio so you can record anytime you want. I think that's the luxury of how to do things, because like me, I started just doing like one song a day, just every day, just because I own my own studio. So at the end of the day,
Hell yeah.
I have, when you think of the whole year, how many days in a year?
That's 365 fucking tracks, like at the end of the year.
So how many albums do you ever even come out with in a year? Like what? I think at the max out of the major artists is only 3, and they only like 10 to 15 songs. So that's like, if I'm not a wizard, that's only like 30, 45, you know what I mean, tracks.
Yep.
And if I just recorded 365 tracks,
You're sending out fucking records, bro.
I'm
You
just
can
saying.
and to be realistic to anybody out there, like and
That's
you want
money.
and you want to look at it and be like, oh, but what if I don't fucking become famous? Listen, one out of
That's
those,
1 year, though.
yeah, like one.
That's 1
all
year.
it takes is one track out of there to light that fire for you, and the rest of it can come naturally. Like you might not blow up overnight like some of these crazy other motherfuckers, but like all it takes is once that fire is lit, and you got 365 tracks sitting, and you keep uploading this shit and building your fan
Probably
base.
will blow up overnight, damn near. You'll probably move faster than somebody that's just trying to push one track.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? If you take 1 year to do that, then the next year do nothing but fan following and stuff like that, I guarantee you'd be blown up in 2 to 3 years. That's probably the fastest that you could blow up from scratch.
Damn, that's
If you focus though, you gotta be focused. That's the number one thing.
you gotta be dedicated. Like, yeah, man. It's,
Focus.
and
No
no,
distractions.
and people are like, man, I don't want to be in the studio for like fucking all this time. It's like, listen, that's the only way you get better, man. Like that's
But
really
that's how you master your craft. You know what I'm
because you
saying?
you gotta find your voice too, man. Like everybody always wants to kind of make an imitation of like each other based on what's out there. It's like the only way you're gonna find your voice or your sound, like
because they chasing records. You know what I mean? They're
Yep.
not chasing their dream and money a certain way. They're chasing records to try to get money. It's a difference. You know what I mean? You just gotta me. I just do off of what I feel. I record one song, so at the end of the day, I got different feelings in every day of the week.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have a club record probably 3 times out of the whole month. I'm gonna have a sad song within
Yeah.
like once or
See,
twice.
that's the beauty of recording every day, and
You know what
I
I'm
could,
saying?
you know,
sharpening that sword.
and you know, I could definitely relate to that, man. It's like at least recently, man, because it's like I was just talking to you. I was like, man, what have you been up to? What have you been up to in years? I was like, man, I just been fucking working, man. I'm sitting on like 30, 40 tracks, you know. I like, you know, I got like
8
an EP.
albums.
Yeah, like I'm just sitting on them because I just been here like back to back as much as I can, like leaving here late night and just working. Like sometimes we get lucky, we fucking, you know, we get with AyeWey might fucking knock out 3 songs if we're really on a good one. Like, oh shit, we're killing it. But on average, we're just knocking out a song a night.
You know how I came up with that philosophy because of I'm a producer, so at the afternoon I'm producing for like Extindo Gang. I'm producing for Too Short, Freddie Gift, this person, this person, this person. You know what I mean?
Yep.
My time is I only got 24 hours in one day. I don't got enough. You know what I mean? Time. So that's what I started to do, and I started realizing it started working because I'm like, I have to get by the studio by like 3 o'clock in Studio City. I live in an OC now, so at the end of the day, it's gonna take a minute. Traffic like a bitch. So at the end of the day, I have to be done with my recordings at 12 o'clock damn near, just so I can get ready to go to the studio by like 3 or 4.
Damn, so you just wake up and just start.
Yeah, so I'm in the studio constantly all day, every day. But on my project is in the morning sometimes or at night. Doesn't matter whenever I want to do it. But I at least record one time a day. And then after my stuff is done, I go produce for like all the major artists. So, you know what I mean, on an everyday basis.
Man, that's some dedication right there, man. There you go, man. If you guys want to go ahead and like like really you need any more reason or any more excuses, like I really would want to hear them at this point because like it's just hearing things being put into perspective this way from somebody who plays 3 different roles in an industry that you know Sheiky and myself can you know very much relate to. It really does put things into perspective, and it's like fuck. It's like man, you need to pick up the slack. Like you know, it's like a lot of people are probably like, it's like yeah, if you haven't realized, it's like yo, pick up the slack, man. It requires a lot of work, and it's like yo, just go for it. And if people want to contact you in any way, hire you for like videos, hire you for a feature, hire you for engineering, where can they get at you, bro?
So if you want a video, you go to DAGB Films, DAGB. There's no little things, a D, regular DAGB, and then spell out films with an S at the end. And that's for the music videos. You do DM, there you go, be lit. And then we have for the Ayce Nyce brand, you know, everything Ayce Nyce, AYCE, NYCE.
There you go. Man, that's where I'm telling you, man, this man right here stays busy as fuck. Like, I met him working, and now we talked about what he's doing. He might have his own airline next year. I don't really know what he's gonna be up to.
I wish. I was just looking at those private jets too. Them
Man.
shits are expensive.
Them shits are racks, right?
Them shits millions.
Yeah, man. Damn, man, that's.
I was like, damn. But hey, it's inspiration though at the end of the day, because I was just smoking at the LBC, the summertime LBC Fest, that little.
Yeah, that lineup was really crazy.
Yeah, I was there with Short, so you know I was in his trailer and shit, and you know I mean, everybody was there, was going crazy and shit. And that's when I was thinking about that shit. I was like, damn, because they had like the trailers right by the water, by the Queen Mary and shit. That shit looked stupid. So I was just looking at that shit, and it was just making me days off, and I was high as fuck. You know what I mean? And at that time, it was hot as fuck. So
yeah, man, that day it was fucking hot.
you know, if the trailers didn't have the air conditioning, man, I don't know what.
It's the trailers, like they put the trailers towards the end, at the edge, right? Like
Yeah, the edge
where,
of
like the little cliffs is at or whatever.
like the edge of where the water is at.
Yeah,
like,
where the
so,
water's at,
Yeah.
like right behind the stage.
Yep.
Yeah, like it's a cool spot where they put the trailers at, but it's also where the sun is directly over everybody, so it's fucking hot
That's
there.
why you
but
got to get your game up, get your own trailer.
yeah, for real, get your own trailer with your own
Get your
AC.
own trailer, get your own AC. You won't have the problem.
Gotta make that Will Smith money, dog.
Everything.
Yep. Well, man, I want to thank you for coming on to the We Don't Smoke the Same show, man. You really came up in
Man,
here
it's a
and really
pleasure.
put things into perspective for a lot of motherfuckers. And if you guys missed out on the first part of the interview or, you know, the last part, or really want to go ahead and re-listen to this podcast, you can go ahead and go to BeReal.tv. All the episodes are being uploaded. At least the last 2 weeks of the stuff has been uploaded. So some of you guys have been wondering, hey, where's the episode? It is on the website, and some of them are on our We Don't Smoke the Same podcast YouTube. Flavors by E-Zone is my Instagram. Sheikadelic. You want to say
That's
anything?
mine.
Anything you got to say, Sheik? You good?
Oh, no, I'm good, man. I'm high.
High as fuck. Oh,
Those
yeah,
two
one last
dabs
thing.
got me.
What'd you say?
Those 2 dabs off the fucking honey badger got me.
See, I'm glad you. It's a good segue, man. I was just gonna say that. By the way, if you guys are thinking about copping a honey badger, this is literally like a great portable way to fucking do it. This is like discreet. It doesn't really look like. I mean, you can take this out and just kind of like just take a real quick dab, put it away. I think it's one of the most things that gives you a dab that you really need because it has the option to go to high temp or low temp, and it's just portable. You take what you want. And you can get one now for a discount with my own code, EZone15. That is in all caps at thehoneybadger.com. You get your own kit. It's literally the best on the go. I want to go to the fucking mall, take a dab before I go in there. I'm going to take a big glob. I want to go to the fucking bank and stand in line there. I take a glob in my car, just everywhere. I fucking dabbing everywhere. I can't stop doing it with this shit. That's why. And if you guys want to live that lifestyle and dab like that, get your tolerance game up. You get you one at thehoneybadger.com. Aside from that, we're getting into this closeout by DJ C-Rock.
Rock.
Yep. Hey, this has been the We Don't Smoke the Same show.
Hey.
Good night. We'll see you guys next Thursday on Be Real TV.
BeReal.tv.
Man, bro, it's all love, bro. You spent some real shit, bro.
C-Rock.